I'll take you for a ride on the devil's ship. I'll take you for a ride where you sink or swim. Now come with me and let this story begin.
Emile,
Motherfucker.
welcome back to the English side of things.
Thank you so much for having me. You've been switching to the dark side, the French side, the money side.
It's not even the dark side, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, on stage, I've been having more fun in French the last month and a half than I am in English.
Of course, it's like if you're doing dirty crack for 10 years and then you're like, wait, there's clean crack in this town, and then you start doing the clean crack.
They let me go wherever I want. I could
Exactly.
take anyway. I could go as crazy as I want, and it's just like, oh, that's nuts. Carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah. No one sees me after shows and they're like, that is offensive. No one does
It
that to
hasn't
me.
happened yet?
And French?
Yeah.
No, they're having fun. They get it. They get that it's jokes.
They do understand that it's jokes, but I was wondering if the French side is actually easier in the sense of political correctness than it is, let's say, with the English side, in Montreal specifically.
In Montreal, what I've noticed is they're not really as woke as on the English side yet.
The English scene is, because I've done a lot of Sis Room,
Yeah.
Peroni's.
Sid lets me do whatever I want.
Comedy Nest, I haven't had any issues. The comedy clubs, I feel like, where do you feel like it's more difficult to go in with these jokes?
At the Nest, but not because everyone's like that. Because there's going to be pockets of people who are like that. And then, because especially at half capacity now, it's not a good room to divide the audience.
Okay.
It's not.
No, you don't want to divide them.
No, so
they're
there's-
already divided physically.
Physically, yeah. So there's been plenty of stuff like the last week or so when I go on that I'm like, you know what? I want to try this, but I can't here.
Okay.
Because I know it's going to be too much work getting them back into it, and I'm going to ruin the night for the next comic, so I just won't, So
Yeah.
I'll limit it. I tried I snuck some stuff in over the weekend,
Okay.
which is pretty funny, just to ask the comics backstage, like, what did you think of this new one? I'm working on it. Like, what do you think of that? And like, oh, okay, try it. So we were messing around. But in general, I'm trying to keep it, I did a bit of my harder stuff on, I think, the early show Friday. And it worked, but because I didn't take any no's, I wasn't like, oh, I didn't care, I just steamrolled through it,
plowed through.
and then I had a good portion of the crowd with me. Yeah.
Okay. Especially now with the divided crowd, it's even more difficult to get them back in. Because when the Nest is packed, it's a different story.
Yeah.
But when it's half capacity already, and then you're losing out of, let's say, 100 or 80 people, another 40, and then you're working with 40 that are at the end of the venue, and it's like you can hear the echoes.
Yeah, it's tough.
The Nest is a very difficult club to bomb in.
Oh, you mean difficult to actually bomb, or
No, difficult. Well, like
on
when
your
you're bombing.
emotions?
No, when you're on set, when you're on stage, and it's just not going well.
Oh, it's hard.
The Nest is not engineered in a way where you can laugh it off.
No.
Because your laughs and your comment, first of all, you're gonna hear the echo.
Yeah.
That's gonna be first of all. You're in a strip mall, so already there, it's a fucking the old forum. There's the ghosts of Maurice Richard that are judging you.
Yeah.
And it's just let's say bordel at the bordel. If you're on stage and your set is just going horribly, the ceilings are low.
Yeah, you can get away with it.
You can get away with it. It's easy to get them back because the energy doesn't get lost.
But the Nest is what made me a good comedian.
Because when you bomb, it goes bad. But when you're killing at the Nest, it's a good feeling.
And that's when you learn to try not to bomb. And also, if you're bombing, you try everything you can to save yourself.
Yeah.
So you could avoid that situation. So having those tools in my belt now, if I'm somewhere and it doesn't bother me. I'm like,
That's the thing,
I've been
because you
through
had,
worse.
especially on the French side, you've had 10 years of eating shit. And the best crowds that you had were at the Nest. But other than the Nest in Quebec, there's not. Sid has a couple of good rooms.
Sid has some good
and
crowds.
Sid just starting popping off a couple years
If
ago.
Sid had a good room, made for comedy, not like a restaurant or anything like that,
fucking
it would be amazing, yeah.
It would be amazing. Sid should have bought the Comedy Works.
Well,
Or whatever type of small venue.
he should have, but I mean, with the fire and all that, he couldn't have even if he wanted to. But there was other venues that I told him to look into, but he didn't, I think.
I feel like it's a lot of investment up front. When you have to manage
A whole club.
a whole club, you need to hire staff. It's different now than just organizing shows. I think for the comedy series, in September, he had 8 shows a night, happening in fucking 12 different places.
It's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
And then you have to manage everyone's egos. Yeah, it's not easy.
You have to, everyone's ego. Why am I not getting paid? Why is he getting paid? I've been doing this for 66 years. Bro, if you've been doing this for 66 years and you're still doing open mics, kill yourself.
I saw a tweet. I don't want to talk so much about real news, but I saw a tweet that I was just shocked. So we were making fun of that. Is she the health minister of Alberta? Decided that lady with the mask, right? You saw her
Where's
with
the fucking Purell? Let me
the
fucking drink
Purell.
it.
But you know what she did today? So we made fun of the Purell thing. She kept putting. So today I see a video. She goes, now let's say if you call in sick, if you're at school, you don't show up and you're sick for anything, and you haven't gotten tested for COVID, we're just gonna assume you have COVID and count it as that. It's like, wait, what?
Wait. As in like the statistics, like the provincial statistics for COVID?
Provincial statistics, and also the way they're going to treat you back to, so let's say you have a headache. You're like, I'm not going to work or a stomach ache.
Yeah.
If you don't get tested, they're going to be like, well, we're going to put you down as COVID. We're just going to assume it's COVID, which is fucking schoolyard shit. How are we acting like this?
Imagine you're missing 2 weeks of pay because someone assumed that you had COVID.
That's like how people used to do it. If you were like 30 and you were well dressed and you were single, they're like, I'm just going to assume you're gay. Your family thinks you're gay. That's how it used to be. You know, it's just like, what do you mean? No. I'm just busy. I'm working. You're gay. That's what they're doing now. That's what she's doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
I had a headache 3 days ago.
I went to get a rapid test.
Okay.
Because I had a big headache and we were going to Saint Jerome with Mike and preach, and I didn't want to get anyone sick.
Yeah.
So I did the rapid test and it took 10 minutes. I was negative, but the lady even told me, she goes, yeah, you know, there are other colds, bro. It's fucking September, October, you know, like there are other things that could fucking happen.
You know, strep exists, right?
Yeah.
Like strep is still a thing. Like you can still get a cold. It's I was the type, and I'm still the type a bit of overthinking it. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm lucky enough because my girlfriend's sister works in the clinic, so I have access to stuff that people like. There's a rapid test, you can go take it. It takes fucking 10 minutes. They put it in a thing and then they see if you're positive or not. But like, if you have a headache, go to bed. First of all, you had your headache. What did you eat today?
Did you drink enough water?
First of all, did you drink water? Did you even look at water? That's the first.
I think I was just stressed.
Stress, water, fucking weather. Give it. Let's say you still have a headache after 4 days. Yeah, of course, go get tested. Or like 3 days. Or if you want to, at least you're responsible. See, I can't fucking knock it down. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I just have a headache. It's been no, it's not COVID. I just have a cold. I'm coughing my lungs out. I have fever. It's not
Well,
COVID.
you know what I tested the day before, but I had already paid. I had already booked and paid, so I went the next morning. But you know how I knew there's no way I have COVID? Because it's a respiratory virus. So the day before, I went running for an hour to make sure. And I ran for an hour. I came back home. I was like, fuck, I already paid for the test. I got to go in the morning.
How much was it?
$170.
Jesus fucking Christ. Wait, there's two types of tests, though. There's the PCR and there's the antigen.
Yeah, the antigen is the fast one.
But antigen still counts as a test?
Yeah, that's what they told me.
Okay.
I got my negative results.
Okay.
Yeah, so she said, but she also told me, she goes, don't come back here again. She said, you're wasting your money. She said, if you want to do a rapid test, since you showed up here, if you show up, there's a place called, I think, Canada Home Doctors downtown. If you go there, it's $60.
Okay.
Same test.
Yeah.
And if they come to you, you can make them come to you for like $160. So if I had called them to come to me, it would have been cheaper than me going to the fucking place I went.
Fuck, because you went to the big ball or shot call?
No, I just went to the one place I found on Google that I knew existed. Yeah.
This is why SEO, this is why you can't trust anything.
Yeah.
You cannot trust anything in life because the person that just invests their money more on online advertising is just going to get you.
I just didn't want to kill Mike. That was my goal. My goal was I'll probably survive, but Mike's diabetic. I'm not going to kill him. Are you crazy?
It's so fucking...
My bestest bud in the world. I'm not going to... That's the one person I'm planning on not killing.
It's so fucking stressful. I still live with my parents, so every time I'm like... My dad got a heart... they installed the pacemaker, so he was back home. So every time I had 2 weddings back to back the same weekend, and I'm like, you guys don't get close to me for the next week. Like, I know that I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. And mostly, it doesn't change anything, but
Just
most people are vaccinated, whatever it is. Like, don't get close to me for the next week. I was wearing my mask inside the house, just like to stay as far away as possible. But as soon as I got to my room, whatever. But after 48 hours, my dad's just stop fucking around.
If we were in Australia, you know what kind of beatings we'd be getting right now?
What the fuck is going on?
Just being together in this room right now, the police would barge in and start beating us.
What the fuck is happening in Australia?
Yeah, I don't think they understand how a virus works.
This is just, at this point, there's being cautious. And there's just fucking clown shit.
Yeah, there's being Australian. They're head of the clown pyramid.
They're beating the shit out of people in the street for nothing.
Yeah, bro, we've been sharing the videos. It's been going, dude, they show up in SWAT gear. There's a guy walking like, he's out of his range because he have like 2 kilometer range. And they're just breaking him. It's like, how the fuck is this? It's like a cartoon. It's like the movie Idiocracy.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. So there's a woman walking. She's unfazed because she's close to home. But because he passed the 2 kilometer range, bam, they're just breaking him. It's amazing.
They're still stuck in 2020. That's the problem.
Even 2020, I don't know how that would help.
No, but I mean, like, I don't have a feeling that we're going to go back to curfews, to go back to whatever it is here, major lockdown where everybody's shaming everybody for going out, which we don't know.
Well, hold on. I saw tweets right while I was sitting waiting for you that said, if locking me down is gonna save a person's life, to do surgery again, save a grandma, whatever, has a whole list of virtue signaling stuff, then lock me down again. And then all these tweets of people like, yeah, I can't wait for the next lockdown. These people, it's so dangerous. They should lock us all down. And all this stuff. I'm like, are you all fucking insane? What are you talking about? None of what you're saying is true. They were saying the same stuff a few months ago. Once we're all double jabbed, life goes back to normal. We're all double jabbed. Life is not back to normal.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And it's just something that what's the limits to this shit? Like up until some point, I understand that a lot of people are at risk. It's very dangerous for some people. You could be double vaxxed and then you still get it and you still get something very like an extreme version of it.
You have to take risks in life.
You have to take risks in life, but also like the reason why our hospital capacity is overcrowded by the COVID cases.
It's not because there's so many COVID cases. It's because there's three nurses for 15 people.
There's 9 beds in all of Quebec.
Yeah.
we have 9 beds in all of Quebec.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There's no more than 9 beds. So overcapacity is 12 people in the hospital. Overcapacity.
Yeah.
Obligatory overtime for nurses. This shit should be illegal. Imagine you're out of the podcast. You finish your 2-hour podcast, and someone shows up with a gun to your head, and they're like, "You need to do 3 hours straight now."
Yeah, or else you got to find another job.
Or else, sorry, you're not going to be a nurse. So up until some point, this whole shit about locking me down forever. Good for you if you're working from home.
Yeah.
But the restaurant owner, the fuck is he going to do?
Yeah. They don't. Everyone's selfish now. It's not about them. It's about me. I feel safe here, so stay home.
Yeah.
Why would everyone else need to be locked
Listen,
down?
I'm not complaining. I was loving the first 3 weeks. First 3 weeks of lockdown was the first time in my entire life
took
that
a
I
real
got
break.
some sort of normalcy in the sense of I had a schedule. I was working from home. So, and even then, my company was paying us not to do anything for the first 5 weeks.
That's
we were
amazing.
getting paid to not do anything. We were paid. So I'll wake up, have my coffee, go for my walk, come back, write for an hour, film a sketch, edit the podcast, read, watch a movie with my family, and then go to bed. It was fucking beautiful.
That's a good schedule.
Lock me down 2 weeks a year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
pay
like,
me.
That's unrelated to paid vacation time.
Yeah.
Like that's unrelated to like not going on tour. For 2 weeks, the government should have a fund where they lock everybody down. We get rid of all the viruses for this extra 2 years. We stomp, what would you say? Stomp the curb, and then just for 2 weeks, not more.
I'd be down for that, but it's not gonna. And I don't know if it's helping. So it just feels like a circus situation that we're living in right now.
You saw her face when she was putting the Purell.
Yeah.
Then she takes off her mask, which is already on her face. So even if there's something on her face that she needs to disinfect afterwards, she already touched her face with the dirty mask. And then she put the mask on the podium,
And then-
which when you
and
take
then-
off the mask, you're spitting on the podium.
Yeah. And then she Purelled again.
Purell again during the 4 minutes. And it's not even like, I have this tendency now, wherever I walk in, if there's Purell, I'll just put. It's just
But that's clearly theater right now at this point. She's
100%. You're not, I love my girlfriend to death. But she still Lysols everything. Like anything that walks, like everything that comes in, like she needs to Lysol.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's just mental illness. Like it's nothing more like.
Not her fault.
It's
They're
not-
just spreading fear.
No, but the thing is, she was germaphobe before it was cool.
Okay.
She was a germaphobe before.
You know
it was
what
cool.
we are? You know what your podcast is? You know what my podcast is? I'll tell you. We spread cheer. Mainstream media spreads fear. That's the slogan. Let's do that, Poseidon. That's our slogan. We spread cheer while fucking CNN spreads fear. That's what we're doing.
We spread cheer, they spread fear.
Yeah.
They spread fear.
Yeah, they do spread fear.
Is there any news outlet that is completely how do you say it?
Unbiased.
But also straight up facts?
No. All of them Fox. They're all shit. The only people online you'll find, like, there's what are they called? Breaking points.
Yeah, Sagar and what's
The woman and the guy, the Indian guy.
Yeah.
Those two, from what I've noticed, they'll just bring in the facts and they'll attack him and talk about what they think sometimes. But it's mostly this happened. Here you go. And they'll look into it. They're the only ones I've seen. The problem is it's an online thing. Not everyone's going to see them. So the main essence of most people who just watch that is fear. Because me and him have heard people speaking to us. We had a fan that spoke to us outside, and he was telling me, he's like, "Oh, are you mad that you went on Rogan now?" And I go, "Why would I be mad that I went on Rogan? I love Rogan." And he goes, "Yeah, because he was taking horse medicine." And I go, "He didn't take horse medicine. This has been disproven. There was a human medicine they took. They lied for some fucking reason about horse dewormer, but he took the human version that a doctor prescribed to him that has been given to billions of fucking people." And he's like, "No, it was for horses." I saw, and me and him were both shocked. We're like, "It's not actually for horses. And if it was for horses and that worked, sign me up. If you tell me cat medication is going to heal me, I'll take cat medication. What are you talking about?
Whatever he ended up like throwing the kitchen sink at him or whatever treating with COVID, hey,
it worked. So give it to me.
For him.
Yeah.
At your own risk, by the way, if you're retarded enough to see that Rogan took some sort of medication supervised, and you're retarded enough
to take it unsupervised.
To take it unsupervised in the quantity, just like fucking Alex Jones that popped like 10 fucking pills on air. Ivermectin, just washing them down with beer. And
but he also took the human one. He went and got it from the pharmacy.
They take the horsey one. The ivermectin is something that they prescribe to people. It's an antiviral. But like if you're stupid enough to first of all go to the pharmacy, get it in unsupervised amounts for whatever you're trying to treat.
But I think you need a prescription anyway.
You need a prescription. Yeah. But also on the other side, if you're stupid enough to advertise false information, in the end, the thing is, social media used to be for your enjoyment. It used to be something you log on to disconnect. And now whatever happens, you're just going to get fucking bombarded. It's just like a big bag of dicks that's thrown at your face. Like you can't just go online and enjoy. I still go on Twitter. I still go on Instagram. I try, at least Instagram. No, actually I can't say this. It's still polarized and there's still a fucking people. Did you see Guillaume Lemaitre-Vierge?
Dude, he was in my head right now. I was about to bring him up. I'm trying
to dropped by Hyundai.
I want to invite him on the French podcast. Explain the story for people who don't know him.
So Guillaume Lemaitre-Vierge is Quebec's little child. Like he's been an actor since he was 5 years old. He's been doing this shit for 40 years now.
If he was in Hollywood, he would have been molested by now.
He either got molested or was molested. So 40 years in the business, got a couple of roles, and he was saying it even in his video. He's like, j'ai été le chouchou. I was the
golden child
of Quebec acting, and like I've done roles for everybody, young people, old people. He's hosted TV shows, competitions. He was le porte-parole, so he was the face of Hyundai.
The spokesperson for Hyundai here,
For Hyundai here in Quebec for close to 15 years. $1 million contract.
Yeah.
Huge amounts of money. And I don't think, from what I recall, he got anything like, no backlash in the past.
No, he's no sexual harassment. Just a good dude as a family.
Just a good dude, a hard worker, like an actor, like poster child. Yeah. His face is a commercial. Like his face, his person, like perfect body, perfect face. He was the poster child for anything that.
For the record, I had no idea who he was until this happened.
So, he ended up leaking to the press that he might lose a contract or two because he was not getting vaccinated, and they were only asking actors that were in very close contact to each other to be vaccinated on set.
Yeah.
Which, whether you're okay with it, you're not okay with it, whatever the fuck it is, this is their guidelines for these these shows. So they were saying that he potentially was going to lose more contracts leading up to it. And people around him are just like, no, we don't want to talk about it. Like if ever he wants to talk about it, whatever. He's been very safe on set. They get tested. Whenever he's off camera, he puts back on his mask, stays away, which we know that whether you are vaccinated or not, you can still catch it and spread it, whatever it is. So after it ended up going mainstream and people were talking shit about him online, 3-4 days later, he goes, he films himself in this car, which is already the first faux pas. Like, it's known now that if you're filming yourself in your car, it's because you're some sort of conspiracy theorist. Like
what? What a dumb leap!
No, but it's not the best. Like creative direction should have been a bit better. Like you should have filmed yourself in the
shower, okay,
in the lab, in the fucking at a testing facility,
that's
like
stupid.
Instead of a vaccination center. Like put a bit more effort into where you're filming yourself. Anyways, what he says is, j'ai fait mes recherches.
I did my research.
I did my research. I'm not comfortable. Sorry, I keep forgetting that there's an international following here. I did my research. I'm not comfortable enough yet to take whatever vaccine is out. I wanted to wait for the Quebec vaccine, Medicago.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a Quebec vaccine.
Yeah, there's going to be a Quebec vaccine. It was supposed to be released like a new
October
iPhone.
Now.
October-ish, around fall. So he's like, I've done my research. Listen, the government was telling me go take AstraZeneca. Then they're like, no, don't take it. So I ended up doing my research, and I'm not comfortable with anything that is out now. I want to take this vaccine.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. This is what I'm comfortable doing. This is my choice. I'm not promoting anybody. Don't take it or take it. You do whatever the fuck you want. This is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
People in his comments
started calling him anti-vax, dangerous.
A lot of the people in his comments were like, I'm double vax, but I support. Thank you so much.
But yeah, you're allowed to take whatever the fuck you want if you...
thank you so much for positioning yourself that way. This is the first time that someone says it in a clear manner. Yeah, you want to take a vegan, non-tested on animal, fucking tomato, organic tomato vaccine. That's fine. This is your decision. So a lot of people were supporting him, and they're like, hey, this is not supposed to be public discussion.
Exactly.
Your
This is a personal
choice.
thing. Yeah.
Like, you're still taking your safety measures on set. You're not promoting. It's not like he's an anti-vax and like he's going on his social media.
But that's what they were calling him.
Yeah, that's what
I
they
saw
called him.
tweets. People were like, Hyundai, are you really going to keep this guy as your spokesperson? They were attacking Hyundai and they were forcing him to fire him because the guy said, I'm waiting for the vaccine that I'm comfortable with to take. It's insane. These people are morons.
So they ended up, Hyundai ended up dropping him.
Hyundai's stupid
Once
too.
you see the difference in the videos, the first video that he posted a couple of days ago, he's like energetic, like he looks young. And now like 48 hours later, he posted a video thanking Hyundai for their partnership, and his fucking beard is white. He's losing half his hair. Like,
I'd be angry too if I was him. Forget Hyundai, at the stupidity of people. At the stupidity of people. It's those same people that when you go, oh no, I don't want beer. You know, it's like, so you think people that drink beer are stupid, huh? It's like, what? I don't want beer. I'll have, I don't know, something else.
I'll have a beer next week. I'm just not down right now.
I don't feel like beer right now. Oh yeah, because we're idiots. We're rednecks. Okay, that's the same mentality. Because at first I didn't know. I never heard of this guy. I heard people were saying there's this crazy anti-vax guy in Quebec. He's a big actor. He's telling people not to get vaccinated. I was like, yesterday I went to look at him and I found that video where he's talking. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's the opposite of anti-vax.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? They're just looking for reasons to fight. Just like, I need to find the enemy. You know who does this? People that are not comfortable with their decision. There are some people, and we're going to say the truth right now, there are some people who got vaccinated because they fell for like the peer pressure only, not because they thought, and now they're pissed that other people are like, well, I picked my vaccine. Well, I'm going to wait for the right one. They're getting pissed. Yeah. They're like, I didn't do that. So they're making you out to be the devil. But the guy didn't say anything anti-vax, didn't say anything about you not doing it. All he said was, look, we had the choice of a lot. Now we have the choice of two. I don't like either of these. He doesn't like, I guess, the mRNA stuff. So he goes, I'm going to wait for the Quebec one.
Maybe.
If that wasn't a valid excuse, why are they allowing the Quebec one to go on the market?
But why are they allowing even people to choose at this point? If everybody's going to if anytime you have an opinion that is divergent of yours, there's fucking, get some drones and there's fucking AK-47 vaccines on the street.
Yeah, let's go full communist.
Let's just go fucking full communist, shoot it up my ass when I walk into Costco, and that's it. Like, and also one thing that I need to say about GLT, Guillaume Lemaitre-Vierge, he did try to go into restaurants without a vaccine passport.
Like, what do you mean? Tell them, you know who I am?
At the door, like 2 restaurants, he walked up and he's like, come on, you know who I am? And they're like, I don't give a shit who you are. Like, first of all, you can't pull the you know who I am in Quebec. Like, there's no actors that is famous enough. Like, you're not Michael Jackson. Don't try to.
Only Mike can pull that, but he doesn't do that.
He doesn't do it. And
they all know who he is, and he's like, I don't want to come here. You don't have vegan food.
Exactly. So at this point, like,
but I'm with him on the passports are stupid. I don't like the passport.
But that's the thing. The passport is stupid. It's not really doing anything, or it might be doing anything.
You could be anti-passport. Doesn't mean that you're anti-vaccine.
I'm vaccinated and I'm not necessarily for the passport. Like, I don't think, again, it's like the proper or the end to all measures.
Yeah.
But this is what's instaured now. These are the rules. Okay. You're not vaccinated. Don't fucking bust the guy that fucking his boss. He's like getting paid $10 an hour.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be
standing
there.
At the door.
Doesn't want to ask you.
He doesn't want to ask you.
He doesn't even want to scan your passport. He wishes there was no passport.
He would rather kill himself than to be doing what he's doing right now. And like, don't pull the up in the back door. You know who I am? You want to call Hyundai?
Yo, most of my friends now are stopping their restaurants from having dine-in because they notice that as soon as they implement the passports, most of their customers who are vaxxed or even unvaxxed just never came back. Even the vaxxed ones are like, I don't want to do this shit. So the capacity, it's like, my place was jamming again, and now it's not even. So fuck that. I'm not gonna invest in that. I'm not gonna check anyone's passport. You can only take takeout or delivery. Fuck off.
A lot of venues are not doing it. I went to a couple of weddings and they were checking the passports, but if you didn't have your passports, like, oops, they can't fucking they can't control everything. And at some point, this is all theater up until we say that, like, oh, it did work or oh, it did not work. We're gonna have to implement, and in the end, it won't change anything.
No.
Like, everything is already written for the future. Like, we already know the trends because this is a virus that comes and goes, and the trends are leading towards something that is going to be a bit higher towards the end. Let's hope that we don't have to feel like Anne Frank celebrating Christmas this year compared to last year, because Like at some
And
point.
Frank, big fan of Christmas. Big Christmas celebrator. People know this.
So at this point, like you either accept what's happening, or you go protest. And then if you're in Australia, I fucking wish you have a good body armor because you're gonna get fucking
Australia, they need to do
punched
civil
in the
war. Yeah.
face. I feel like in Australia you get shot just for breathing.
Because you imagine you're out there and you're just at a park, you're minding your business, you're eating some ice cream. Oi! Doesn't have his mask on, and somebody just fucking Superman punches you in the face. Like, what are you doing? Dangerous! That's dangerous. I'm here for your health.
And
What do you just punched me in the fucking face?
And you don't have a mask on.
Yeah.
And you're punching him in the face, and that's it. Didn't they do?
Yeah, it's lunacy.
Didn't they? There was like 16-year-old kids at a beach, and they were like, there was a news segment of like 4 to 5 minutes where it's like a COVID shame rundown, and they shamed people by their name. They're like, this guy tested positive, and he still went out of his house.
Yeah.
And they were calling him by his name, and there was his face.
I saw that guy. They were following him. It's weird that they followed him, but also that guy's a bit of a dick
He's
too.
a fucking asshole.
He's a dick. Like, you know,
He's
you
a
just
fucking asshole.
wait it out.
Yeah.
Wait it out, dickhead. You know?
He's a fucking. Well, this is what's happening right now. Is that there's no more middle ground. It's
Yeah.
like if you're against the vaccine passport, you're 4 people going at the Bell Center and coughing down people's throats.
What's fucking crazy is if you're against the passport, people start calling you anti-vaxxer. People are calling vaccinated people, fully vaccinated people who are against the passport, anti-vax. Like the name, the word anti-vax. Like we're changing the meaning of words.
Yeah,
We're just changing the meaning of words.
yeah. You know who we should all execute? Chris Pratt.
Why would he do?
Didn't you see that he was casted as Mario?
No.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is going
Super
to voice,
Mario?
He's going to voice Super Mario.
Wait, voice. So it's a cartoon?
It's a cartoon.
Oh, that's gonna be because I thought if it was a like live action, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
but as
he's
a
gonna voice
cartoon,
it, yeah.
oh, I could see his voice. That'd be funny.
It's fucking hilarious because everybody on Twitter was like, "This is anti-Italian discrimination" as a joke. Like they're fucking
Oh,
pushing
okay.
the thing. And,
Was anyone actually offended?
I'm not sure. I don't give a fuck. I just love the Sopranos memes. Everything you were seeing on Twitter is like Sopranos memes. This is anti-Italian discrimination.
Yeah, they should have used Tony Soprano's voice. All the clips they have from all the years Sopranos.
The fucking voice Mario.
Yeah, he's.
I have
What
a
are you
problem
doing
with
in
it.
that pipe? I work in sanitation.
Oh,
Oh.
piece of gabago.
yeah. That's the voice of Mario. That's gonna be edits that are gonna happen.
100%.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about like these when they adapt? Well, was there ever any like Mario type of Mario universe movie or no?
Yeah, there was the live action one that
The
came
fuck?
out. Yeah, it had John Leguizamo in it. You never knew that?
No.
Bro, it was a terrible film. It was one of the worst movies ever made.
Okay.
It was
me just
called
check the
it was
Mario-
called Super Mario Bros. Or Mario Bros. One of those.
real life movie. Okay.
Yeah. You never heard about that?
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this shit?
It was horrible.
Mario, why is Mario bald? Like he actually looks like a plumber.
Yeah. They
Okay,
were
what the
plumbers.
fuck?
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Okay.
It wasn't good at all.
Did you watch Sonic?
No, because I thought it was gonna be shit. Is it good?
Well, the first edit of the trailer was garbage.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then they ended up tweaking it. They changed everything.
Okay, they changed how he looked, but as a movie, was it
I
good?
don't know. Apparently, it's well
Oh, you
rated.
haven't.
Jim Carrey's a fucking. I'm pretty sure Jim Carrey was good in his role, but I didn't watch it. I'm not sure I can. Like even Mortal Kombat, I had a hard time.
Mortal Kombat was not good.
It was not good. I have a hard time watching these movies because it's like these are the games of my childhood, and I don't want to invest myself into something that's gonna break my heart.
So Mortal Kombat was good and not good. I'll give you the good and not good. It felt very low budget. It was good in the sense that it was just fan service, just random moves and violence and words like callbacks to the game. Like you play the game, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But as a plot, it was story. It felt like a shitty ripoff of the original Mortal Kombat movie that came out,
Which was garbage.
which
and
was garbage
amazing.
already and amazing. It was
It's
the
an
same.
amazing garbage bag.
It was
yeah.
the same thing. It was amazing garbage.
Mm.
But there was some stuff that I told him that really bothered me. Like the guy who's playing, I guess, I think Scorpion or whatever, or the new Scorpion, or however the fuck it works, one of these guys. So he's not, he was adopted when he was young. He was
Okay.
given up as a baby, and he grew up in Chicago, but adopted family. He's got no ties to Japan. But for some reason, as an adult, when they're like, I think Sub-Zero Scorpion's talking to him, "Haruda, tia," he knows what he's saying, and he replies to him. It's like, bro, this guy's never been exposed to Japanese. He's some American kid from Chicago. What do you like? It would be more.
Okay, so
it
that's
would-
a flaw in the script.
Yeah, it would be more credible if he just started singing trap music. I would believe that more than him randomly speaking or understanding Japanese. So little liberties that they took like that.
If right before come over here, it's just like Chirac, and then he
Yeah,
fucking
that
shoots
would make sense. Chirac! Like, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. I'm
I
down.
didn't know that Scorpion was a kid from Chicago.
Yeah, I think it's Scorpion that plays, or Scorpion's nephew or some shit like
That's
that.
in the original game, or
No, in this fucking movie.
Okay, in this okay. That's how they try to include diversity.
Yeah.
Like a kid from Chicago became.
But he's still
Scorpion.
Asian.
Okay, he's still Asian.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to make sense.
No, it just has to be fighting.
Yeah.
It just has to be fighting.
Yeah.
I'm pumped to get back to shows, man. I'm pumped to get back to shows. I see they started opening up for Mike.
Yeah, I've been opening up for Mike, so that's been a lot of fun in French. And it's me, Mike, and Preach, so it's like the dream team. We're just having.
Who's driving the?
Oh, Preach, bro. Preach doesn't play.
Okay.
Preach is the only one that could drive a big.
Because when we went to Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, Jacob, and we opened for Mike.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get in the car, Mike is, voulez-vous une bière? Like, let's go, on va payer une bière. We grab a beer, we start drinking in the car. We get there, we do the show, and when we're coming out, there's like two guys that ended up chilling with us backstage. We ended up getting fucking shit-faced in the VR. We chill outside for like 3-4 hours. Mike's driving, he's like, let me show you my old house. He gets into the guy's car, he's fucking driving to the old house. We're in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, he's fucking speeding down the way. And I'm like, the only thing that's running through my mind now is, if anything happens, Michel is gonna kill us. Like we're getting fucking stabbed by Michel.
Yeah,
like, there's no fucking. We started pissing on the car. Like it was a night to fucking remember.
Yeah, you could get when you're with comedians, it could get crazy real quick.
Okay, did you ever have this phase? I feel like you never had the phase of like being a very drugs, alcohol, like fucking partying hard.
Partying hard, yeah, but not drugs and all. Like alcohol, obviously I'll drink, but not drugs.
You drink less now.
I drink a lot less. I haven't drank.
So you used to drink a lot? Like you had this very
never a
rebellious...
lot. No, never a lot. Like I'll drink, but I'll never drink to get shit-faced.
Okay.
I don't like being drunk.
Okay.
But I'm always willing to party. I don't need... Here's the thing. People need to get shit-faced, make bad decisions, and then blame it on the alcohol. I make bad decisions sober. I don't need the alcohol.
Stone Cold Steve sober.
Yeah, stone cold fucking sober. I'll make these bad decisions. But yeah, no, I like to hang out, tell jokes, party, do stupid shit. Not anymore. Now I've tamed down. I got a business to run. Yeah. I'm a goddamn face of a corporation.
There's fucking rent to pay.
There's rent to pay. Pantelis comedy here. But in general, I never needed it. So people always thought like, oh, this guy's trying to be like straight edge.
Yeah.
But I would always fuck around more than anyone else. It's just that I didn't need to be drunk. I didn't need the excuse. If I want to fuck around, I'll fuck around.
Some people are very prolific at being drunks. Like Mike is one of these examples where we did this whole show. We got shit-faced. We got back to his place at fucking 3 a.m. He was outside, barely able to walk. And then 1 second, he just snaps out of it and he starts talking business to us.
Mike is a professional.
He's really a professional. Like we drank the whole night. And as soon as we got in front of his place, we were saying bye. And he's like, hey guys, I have this business idea. And then he just started talking about the business idea. I'm like, how the fuck did we go from this to this in such a small span of time?
And we have friends in common. We're not going to name now. There's no point of shaming people who are in the business and they can't control their drinking. And it does the opposite. It ruins their business. Yeah. It ruins, and you probably already think of who I'm talking about. But, and I've had to give these people sometimes a stern talking to. I've been like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your chances.
Yeah.
So, oh, but he gets drunk. Yeah, but they're always up in the morning. They're doing their shit. They're never late. So
they're
they know.
Presentable during business meetings.
Yeah, during business, they don't show up drunk at business meetings. I'll give you that much, you fucking idiot. And they're presentable. They're not sloppy. You have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like me and him, we fuck around a lot. Even Mike, like let's say the show's far. We're going somewhere. We're touring Mike's drink. We're having fun. But the next day, if I have something to do in the morning, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
If I end up, like it's happened where I've had to come back from shows late and then there's been podcasts I need to come out and editing or whatever, and I'll be done at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
The next day, if I had something at 10, a meeting, or at 9, I'm going to be at that meeting normal, fine.
100%.
100%. Even I had to film something for Derek. He's doing a pilot for the show he's trying to pitch. And it was Friday. It was my birthday. And I had to spend it with fucking Derek and the rest of the crew, Derek, Abdul, Chantal, all that, because I went to the Nest to do 2 shows with him. They wanted to film that and then film us going to a restaurant in the middle of the night eating different stuff. So it ended at around 3 something. So my entire birthday, I spent it with them.
Yeah.
Because I had promised I was going to do it.
Okay.
But like a goddamn professional, next morning I had shit to do. I was up. I did it. No one realized that I was tired and I slept at 5 a.m. Nobody knew. I did my
That's
fucking
what a real man does.
But that's what you have to do, or else you can't make it. If you keep taking days off, someone else is gonna take your shit.
You know what I love though? I'm not really into the gossip of the whole industry and whatever, but every once in a while I'll just stick around after a show. I'll grab a beer with some comics that I haven't spoken to in a while. And then there's always this story where like this comic and then they're like, yeah, you guys didn't know? He smokes crack. And
Oh, I've never heard that.
and you're like, what the fuck? Like how, where can you find crack first of all? And who smokes crack? Like it's not a...
In this day and age.
In this day and age, it's not a very, like who goes, like how shitty is your life for you to have to shoot yourself up? Like with heroin, like what gets you to the point where you have to take heroin? Like you're a comic, everything works well. Like you've been touring, you make a bit of money here, you make a bit of money there. You have a couple of projects, and at some point you're having a cigarette outside and someone's
I
smoking
should smoke some crack.
like,
That guy looks like he has his shit together. The guy living in a box. That guy looks like I all I know is alcoholics and cokeheads. I didn't know about the crack or the
that's why
heroin.
I find it interesting that every once in a while you have these stories of like, yeah, this person takes fentanyl, and you're like, what the fuck is
that could
going
kill
on? But like these extreme stories of fucking child pornography, and you're like, what the? I thought we were just making these little jokes on stage, and then we have a beer after, and like you stress about having a poutine because you don't want to go to bed too late, and then you have these comics like doing crack.
Yeah, it's true. Me, when I'm like, I can't eat carbs at night, I'm gonna feel like a piece of garbage. I can't go on stage like that. And then them, they're like, bro, I got this.
Is it fucking 1968? Like who the fuck does crack in 2021? Like this is.
Yeah, it's true. Holy shit, you got other drugs you could be doing.
But how good is crack if you know what crack is and you still do crack?
I heard that. Someone said that once. They said, imagine how good crack is if people are willing to risk everything for crack.
Risk everything. Or like, let's say teachers in high schools that are willing to risk their whole career for fucking 16-year-old dick. Like how good is 16-year-old dick for you to put 5 years of education in the past, 10 years of fucking working hard as a teacher, trying to teach the youth. And then you look at fucking Jaden and you're like, you fucking are about to blow my ass up.
Jaden, I saw your dodgeball game over the lunch hour. I must say, very erotic. The way you catch the ball. And the way you send the ball. Can I nibble on your penis?
May I?
May I? And the kid's like, oh, all right. But a lot of those kids, whenever I say 16-year-old boy, and there's like a hot 30-year-old teacher, and then he rats her out, I'm never mad at the teacher. If it's a boy, I'm always mad at the boy. If it's a girl, then I'm mad at the teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, you son of a bitch. You're trying to ruin that girl's life. If it's a boy, I'm like, you stupid motherfucker.
Know, like 11, 12, at some point you're like, yeah, maybe. But as 16-year-old, if a teacher comes up to me and wants to suck my dick, it's because I'm aware that the teacher wants to suck my dick.
Yeah,
I'm not getting...
And if it's a hot... Yeah, exactly. If it's a hot teacher too, bro, this is the pinnacle of you. But for a girl, I see it differently. For a girl, even if she's fucking 17, I'm like, get the fuck away from there, bro.
Even if she's 46, you're like, you fucking, how dare you?
You get the fuck away from her. You know, yeah, even if it's 25 and the guy's older, like, you get the fuck away from her.
She's a child.
She's a child, sir. But if it's like, if it's a 16-year-old boy, for some reason, I'm like, what a dummy.
What a fucking...
I think
the teacher.
The teacher, the boy's a dummy for ratting out the teacher.
Yeah, for ratting out
the
teacher.
If there's a hot teacher and you're 16 years old, as a guy, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm living through my experiences. Yeah. Well, I have had some hot ass teachers. They didn't try to bang me.
Yeah.
They should have.
I should go back to school right now.
Yeah, first of all, where are these schools, bro? Where are what's crazy in the States is I keep seeing all these, whenever they show a photo, it's very rare that it's an ugly woman. They show a lot of times this beautiful, gorgeous woman. Yeah. It's like, where were these teachers?
Florida.
Yeah, hot chicks trying to bang students. Yeah. There's definitely a double standard I find, and it's one that I'm guilty of myself. For some reason, 100%. If it's a girl, I lose my shit. I go, that son of a bitch.
That's true, and sometimes the girl actually wants it. Sometimes she's 16.
I don't believe it. Every time I'm always like, it's that son of a bitch's fault. He's ruining that poor kid. But if it's a 16-year-old boy, I'm like, good job, player. Play on, player.
Except
I don't know why.
Like one of these fucking 700-pound teacher that just corners you into a fucking corner.
That's rape, sir. But is it just? Do you have the same?
It's only rape if the teacher is ugly. This is
then it's known. But are you like me, or you have that double standard too? I don't know why. Is it everyone who has that?
I feel like it's easier to fall into that double standard.
Even though guys are dumber than girls, so it should be the other way around. Because women mature faster mentally than
100%.
Like, guys don't like it when you say that, but that's truth.
That's true.
We're way dumber. Yeah, 100%. We're way dumber, especially at that age.
For longer,
yeah. And still, I find it actually, yeah, and I still find it offensive the other way only.
Yeah, but I feel like the difference is for a guy, especially at 15, 16, it's a question of fantasy. So
Yeah.
let's say if the teacher ends up approaching you and you feel genuinely attracted to the teacher. But I feel like for a girl, why we jump to that conclusion, it's because of the power dynamic. In the sense of like, I feel like at 15, 16, when you're a girl, it's way easier to
Get manipulated
to get
by an older
manipulated,
kid, yeah.
and you're like, there's this. A guy won't put this sense of trust into a woman teacher. It's mostly like very raw, very like sexual.
Yeah.
As in like it goes more mentally for the girl, as in like this is my. It's less of like just fucking eat my pussy
Yeah,
at
yeah,
15,
yeah.
16. It's more of like I'll trust this man with my
Look up to
pureness.
him, yeah.
I look up to him.
That's what bothers me, yeah.
Exactly. There's no power dynamic with the teacher except if you're a 16-year-old boy and maybe your thing is getting toes up your ass and maybe she's a dominatrix. Like this might be a thing. Yeah. So then we're talking about power dynamics because we think about it more sexually than a 16-year-old girl that maybe trusts this man more with her. Like her safety, maybe she'll develop emotions where a 16-year-old boy won't fall in love with this. I assume I'm generalizing.
I'm assuming too.
We're fucking assuming here.
But some of these teachers are crazy, bro. They get pregnant. They're so stupid. Now they're ruining the kid's life.
But what the fuck happens in your life? What makes it snap?
I don't know.
Again, maybe like what is it? The hormones? Is it fucking? What happens at some point in your career where like you know what? I'll just put like my family, and like I'm done with my family. It's just this 16.
I'm going with this volleyball track star.
This future volleyball track star.
Yeah.
I'm willing for him to impregnate me. Like I'm willing to hold this man's child, this boy's child.
This boy's child. It doesn't make any sense. It's yeah, you're right. They're risking everything, and then they go to jail. And then when they get out of jail, they see that their lover not only has a girlfriend, but he's working at McDonald's. I had higher hopes for you. It's like no. I was a child. I'm a 16-year-old child. I'm now like 20. Still a doofus. I impregnated you. I wasn't that smart.
It's like the man that leaves his wife after marrying her for 30 years for a younger woman, and then he realizes that there's fucking nothing there.
Yeah, he's like, this is true love. Okay. If you say so, Bob.
I love you.
We're about to find out whether it is true or not.
If this 19-year-old blonde girl would fake this is true love.
Yo, is shit opening up so we could fly around again? Because I got to do some shows in other cities. I'm getting fucking tired.
We're going to start doing some pop-up shows.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to surprise people right before we start heading out to venues. There's going to be a good French mix of English, a couple of surprise invitations.
If you're wondering why he's saying that, if people don't know, Emile Khoury responsible for all of the touring I do.
Yeah, fucking people, answer your fucking emails, pieces of shit. They're fucking. It's been a bit more difficult dealing with venues now because I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
You're too nice.
Understaffed, under everything, over. But yeah, man, we're gonna start fucking.
I see them as disrespectful sons of bitches. That's how I see them.
Fucking assholes.
Reply to a goddamn email
That's it.
or a phone call.
How difficult is it?
Yeah.
How difficult is it to fucking reply to an email?
If I see your message or your email, I will reply.
That's it.
And I see my emails.
Everybody sees their emails. It's like you have that one friend that you always text, they never answer, but when you're with them, their fucking phone is fucking stuck to their ass. Inside their asshole. The phone is literally filled with shit because it was up their asshole for so long.
But they don't reply to your text.
They don't reply to you.
Sometimes I do forget to reply to text. I see it, and in my head, I've replied. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is the answer. And then I'm like, I'll send in a second, and then it's gone. The notification's gone. In my head, I sent the message.
I have a couple of people that text me often that I don't like. Like, I don't like texting in general because I don't like phone calls. I only text for, let's say, business purposes. If I want to catch up with you, we'll either meet up physically in person, or let's say you give me a call, what's up? We'll have this conversation on top. But I have some friends that just want to text.
Oh,
they just want to converse.
Hey, Emile, how you feeling, bud?
Just like, hey, did you see this? Like, oh yeah, then back and forth, and then they keep going. Like, how was your day? And I'm like, oh,
that's a bit much.
We're doing this now. Like, we're having I'll text my girlfriend. Yeah, I have no problem.
I want to know how her day is going.
Yeah, but your day is going to be like you have to send me something very exciting for me to be able to like maintain a conversation.
Yeah, we don't have that type of relationship. I don't do that either with you.
You give me a call, we follow up. I give you a call, we follow up.
Yeah.
When there's something
important.
What's going on here? But then I know that I'm going to see you at a show, and then we're going to catch up there.
Yeah.
If there's nothing urgent, you're not going to try to be like, hey, you up?
No, I got so much shit to do. I don't have time for that.
Who the fuck has time to have conversations by text? Some people are full-time texters.
Yeah.
They're just texting their friends the whole day. Are you 15 years old?
What's the point of that?
Are you 15 years old? My sister is 17. Yeah, she'll Snapchat her friends all day long, whatever it is.
Snapchat?
Are you fucking...
So you better be careful. That's where chicks send naked
but you know
photos,
what?
I heard.
This is what I thought it was. But there's a resurgence in Snapchat users because the youth uses it as their texting method.
Why?
Because they got used to it when they were kids, like 12, 15, 13 years old.
They were on Snapchat.
They were on
sending
Snap-
dick pics
they
at
were-
12 years old. These people.
More than dick pics, tit pics, but it's not a social media app anymore. It's just like we use WhatsApp. It's just they don't use WhatsApp.
Really?
Yeah, they use Snapchat. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, the Snapchat stock is going back up, and like they're trying to rebrand and whatever. Snapchat, when we started using it, was mostly for stories. You would post so people could see it. But now
I've never gotten big on Snapchat.
I used to use Snapchat a lot for stories, for like the moment. So for 24 hours before Instagram had their stories. So you would post them on Snapchat, and then everybody ripped it off from them. But I don't use Snapchat anymore. But the kids are more than sending pictures. They just use it to text.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like, why would I use Messenger? Why would I use WhatsApp? The new kid for kids is using Snapchat. So it's crazy that a company like this has like a sort of a resurgence in users.
Yeah, I don't know why you would use that app. Isn't it more comfortable just text via text message app?
Apparently it is.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't. And then again, who knows, bro? What the next trend is going to be? I don't understand.
Imagine
where
having the
most of
next
this-
app. Who the fuck releases apps anymore?
Everyone. There's
No,
an
but-
app for everything.
Yeah, there's an app for everything, but who sits down now? The thing in 2010 was you sit down with your friends, just like, I have this idea for an app.
Oh, that's what
And
you
I create
mean.
a new app. But now if you're sitting down, you're like, I have this idea for an app. You're psychotic. Go to a fucking, go to a mental institution. Like you won't create a new TikTok.
You won't create the new TikTok. That's true. I remember years ago, people used to always come up to me when I was working in apps. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I got the new Facebook. I go, no, you don't. Facebook was the Facebook. You got to think of something else. But now I think it's more of creating apps for your specific business. For example,
Exactly.
we're working on an app now for podcasting.
Yeah, this,
Which
yes.
is for our stuff.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't make sense to just go.
But sitting down and coming up with an original concept, I mean, if you have it, fucking go for it. I might be completely wrong. But I feel like it's not this gold mine anymore that it used to be. Like,
No, because there's so much out there. You to try to get market share is going to be almost impossible.
it's going to cost you so much money to, first of all, develop it,
Market it.
test it, market it, implement it, make it like, now I'm addicted to Instagram. Like my phone is always fucking, I'm always opening it. Like Twitter is always open.
Because
Like,
you just want to see.
I just want to see always. And like, sometimes I put my phone down. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? I just wasted an hour on nothing.
I like Twitter.
Twitter is fantastic. Instagram too. I deleted
It's
Facebook.
toxic, Twitter, but for some reason I like the simplicity. I could go on, type something, and then leave it.
Yeah, and it's text. You have to be witty.
Yeah.
As much as it's toxic, and
hard for me.
oftentimes I'll see like a viral tweet. I like it. I'm like, oh, but I don't support these people's comments. Like, I'm not supposed to be liking this person's tweets because like fuck what they're saying. Like I'm not on par with
but
them.
it's a good tweet.
But it's a good tweet.
Yeah.
So you have to show them love.
Yeah, it happens to me too. And
Yeah, you
then
have to
people
show
are like,
them love.
why do you like this person? They did this. I go, no, I like the tweet.
Mm.
This was a funny tweet.
They say he deserves my respect.
It deserves but Instagram, I like too. I just don't post enough on it.
No.
I like the stories
Yeah.
because it's quick and
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
But I don't like, you know what? I don't like the commitment.
You have to commit on Instagram.
That's what about all of them. What bothers me is that, hey, you haven't posted in 2 days. What's up with that, bro? You okay? That's what bugs me. Like I always have to advertise what I'm doing,
Yeah.
or else people forget and they go on to the next
Yeah.
thing. That kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, see, we haven't posted sketches in a while now, and I'm starting to itch. I'm like, oh, fuck, are people going to start forgetting about the sketches? Are people, yes, we post podcasts every week. Yes, I'm active on stories and whatever, but like, I'm getting this new Twitter hook. Like, I like post, I make it a point to post at least one joke a day, sometimes one joke every 2 days, because it's like, it's the only platform that you can actually test out jokes online.
Yeah.
Like, we have the stage where we can test out jokes, but sometimes you just want to sling a joke or two, see what the fuck happens, and then you
We
let
should
it do its
sit down.
thing. Yeah.
We should write a couple of sketches and film them. We have the whole crew. We bring Jacob. We got him. We got Phil.
100%.
We should do some.
The people need to see what the fuck we're about.
Yeah. It's mostly racism.
It's only racism.
Oh yeah, it's true. We've changed. We're rebranding. We're rebranding. We're trying to get new markets.
Pantelis call me promotes as racism.
Yeah.
CNN promotes fear. This is the
Yeah. CNN promotes a lot of racism.
indirect racism.
Yeah. Now I think everyone's talking shit about like people that don't want to get vaccinated in New York and stuff, and it's mostly that are allowed in restaurants, but it's mostly Black and Hispanic people, and so they're just not. Basically, people that are stopping them from going into stores, you're just stopping Black and Hispanic people from going into stores now. So it's very weird.
But imagine being the kid that works at Scores.
You
And,
don't
like,
want to
your-
be.
your new, your new responsibility is being the passport vaccine police.
Yeah,
and
what am
you're like,
I work for border control. What the fuck am I doing here?
I don't get paid enough for this shit. I don't get paid enough for this shit. So at some point, you have to realize that it's just like, let's just.
People are gonna quit.
People are gonna quit. Nobody can find staff.
Nobody. This is real. The staff thing.
Nobody can find staff anywhere.
I went to pick up some food at my favorite restaurant over the weekend for my birthdays, and
What's your favorite restaurant?
well, I'm not gonna say now
Oh,
because they had dropped in quality.
Oh, okay.
I noticed like the staff there was fucking lost.
Okay.
The girl was slow and she was just dropping stuff all the time. I was like, well, why are you dropping plates? Like, you know, the styrofoam. And it kind of bugged me. And then I was like, you know what? It's the guy who owns it wasn't there, but clearly he can't find staff. So he's taking whatever he can get.
Yeah, you have Tim Hortons that don't open up before 10 a.m. now.
Really?
Yeah, you have Tim Hortons that are closed inside. It's only drive-through. My father's friend owns a couple of Tim Hortons. He's like, hey, we open up at 8. I can't do 24 hours anymore.
Because they don't have people that want to work.
We're 3. We're
Holy
3
shit.
and we need to cover 1,000 hours a week. We're 3 people. Nobody wants to work. McDonald's is paying like fucking $19 an hour now.
Really?
Yeah. They can't find people.
God damn. Yo, you want to go work at McD's? $25. He's been itching to say something.
No.
Okay, that's it. He's contributed to the show.
I would fucking work at McD's for $30 an hour.
$30 an hour now? No. But $30 an hour when I was young, yeah, I'd become the fucking manager.
Fucking $19 an hour at McDonald's. Everything, yeah, you work at McDonald's, you get paid. $19 an hour.
$19 an hour is good.
$17 an hour, $18 an hour. That's not bad.
It's not bad for...
But you know what's good? The Serb getting paid to stay at home. That's beautiful.
It's a little, but as you can see, it has a negative effect on society because you still need people to work for something.
But fuck society. I get paid to stay at home. Fuck
But
that.
then nothing's going to get built because if
Of course
everybody does
nothing's
that, then there's going to be no one working for factories. Nothing's going to get built, clothes, made, all that. Everything goes down the toilet. You need to have a working class.
I'm telling you, I had my engagement party 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
And we rented tables for the venue. And the day of the engagement, the owner of the place calls me. No, sorry, the day before, he's like, "Hey, where are the tables? We still haven't received them." So I called the guy from that was supposed to deliver the tables, and he's like, "Hey, man, I don't have people to drive the trucks. Like, I'm so sorry, but I can't bring them."
So why didn't he call you before?
That's another thing that we'll discuss at a later time. But I'm like, oh, fuck. So we ended up picking up a truck from my dad's garage. We went to pick up the tables. We got there. He was by himself in the middle of an entrepot, and he has one of the biggest businesses for for rentals, tables, lights, fucking anything that you need for a wedding venue.
And he couldn't get drivers.
He could not get drivers, and he's a family friend. He's a close friend of our family. So we ended up getting the tables, getting them there, and then we had to fill up the truck. We had to unfill the truck. And when I brought him there the next day, he's like, "Hey, come." I paid him. He's like, "How much was I charging you?" I'm like, "This amount." He's like, "Just give me whatever." I gave it to him. He's like, "Come." He took the money. I paid him cash. He gave it to employees. He's like, "Whatever you give me, whatever people pay me, I just give it as extra to employees so they don't quit."
Okay, we'll talk after, but if he needs, I can hook him up with some legit employees that'll actually do the job.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got some
Perfect.
people who are very pissed off and just want to work. They don't want to.
Okay, fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And why don't they don't work anywhere else? Like
There's also I'm trying to hook them all up because everyone's trying to avoid going to shitty jobs.
Okay.
Because one of them was actually going to McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck, I want to quit." He's like, I don't want to be at McDonald's. Like they're paying better now. He goes, but it's fucking McDonald's.
You can find any other jobs than
That's what-
McDonald's. Like it's not difficult to
They
find a
don't
job
know.
now.
Yeah, I'm trying to hook up Guido too. I'm trying to get my nephew to go work at Guido's, like, because he has nobody has staff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the worst time to start a business right now.
yeah, which sucks. I mean, even me, I have no staff. I'm stuck with this guy. I've been looking for a different producer for a while now. One that won't try to eat the microphones, but I'm stuck with him. Goddamn animal.
You fucking animal, Poseidon. How fucking dare you? I'm your bitch. How the fuck do you?
He's getting death threats every day. This guy's So we went back to the Bordel studio to record the last episode of 2 Drink Minimum.
How was it?
It was weird being back.
Off the fucking.
Yeah,
We haven't used it in so long.
Oh, it was so
such
strange.
a shame.
Yeah, we hadn't used it so long, and it feels. I'll show you the video after. It feels so weird, like the look just being back there.
Yeah.
Good weird.
Yeah.
It was just strange. It was more of
So nobody's using the studio now except you guys.
no one's using except for us, but we're trying to get, Mike is trying to motivate everyone to get their French podcasts back up in order, and Poseidon's going to be the Bordel studio producer.
Yalla! Fucking producer extraordinaire went from renting out cars at the airport to being young Jamie for Quebec.
Yeah, and it's funny because Mike's like, yo, guys, get your shit together. You have the studio here. Start fucking producing your podcasts.
Yeah.
Get out there. People are wanting podcasts.
Yeah.
He's trying to motivate everyone.
That's fucking sick. Well, the fucking studio is there to be used.
Beautiful, dude. The cameras, they have the black magic.
It's
And
fucking
there's like
insane.
9 of them. Oh, dude, it's something else.
It's fucking... I haven't been yet to the studio there.
No, huh?
No, I haven't visited
You'll
yet.
come.
I fucking have seen it on the, and like Mike has this thing where he's applying what he's seen outside to make the best out of what he has now. Like
Exactly.
the Bordel studio is fucking beautiful. The Bordel is fucking beautiful too. The venue is well set up. The staff is well treated. When you go there as a comic, fucking the green room as well.
They make you feel like a star.
They make you feel like a fucking star. So this is what we need to try to do, is apply in what we've learned and what we've seen. Like you see the Rogan studio and you're like, how can we make this our studio? You walk in here, it's fucking beautiful.
Well, this one here, I stole the length, all that from what I saw at Rogan's studio.
Okay.
So I like the way, the space that he had.
Yeah.
And I like the way, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, next time I get a chance, I'm going to try to mimic that. Obviously, the producer is on the other side in this one and all that, just because the way I didn't want his back to the door. Because Rogan, it was to the side. It was never his back. You come in from the side of the rectangle, basically. And that's how I wanted this place. But we didn't make it like that because I would have screwed over Phil's office. It would have made the offices weird.
So you built the space from scratch?
Yeah, we built this from scratch, yeah.
The walls were not there?
No walls were here. Originally, if you look at the first plans, the walls, it would have been like Rogan. You come in from the side and it's long like that.
Oh, I thought you guys rented out the place and it was already set up the same way.
No. It was empty. It was it was just an empty, like, what is it, 1,800 square feet, whatever it is. And then we mapped it out how we wanted them to build it.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
How stressful was it though when you fucking went all in and you're like, we're going for it?
Oh, very stressful. I even told him when I was signing the lease too, I go, okay, so this is bankruptcy. This is what it's like.
Before you even walk in, you were like, this is going to taste beautiful. We're filing for chapter 11. This is
And then it's funny because the guy, when I was signing it, he's like, my friend, don't stress so much. And then I go, well, it's a big fucking, I'm signing. And he goes, who cares? It's a corporation. He goes, you can't pay. Fuck it. The corporation goes bankrupt. You're fine. Even the guy's time, he's like, who gives a shit? He goes,
start business.
Yeah, start another business. Who gives a shit? He goes, and then that kind of calmed me down a bit.
It's true. It's a corporation.
He's like, yeah, don't take it personally. He goes, don't worry about it.
Don't take it personal. Sign here.
Yeah, exactly. Sign here.
You have $5 in cash. Just don't take it personal.
And then it turned out, it was the best decision.
Best fucking decision.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys mapped it out. Did you work with a designer? Do you have a bit of experience?
No, I worked with Phil, which was the problem. Phil knows too. Next time, because we might have new studios soon. There's a lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a professional to help us make it even better.
Like,
plus,
because you feel like you didn't optimize the space?
I don't feel like we optimize. My studio is fucking up. My studio is amazing. But I feel like we could have done better with someone with experience.
Okay.
Someone with experience. Not about, I know how to build a studio. It's just the space could have, if someone who knows interior design and all that, they would have been perfect. Or architects, that build shit. They would have been like, no. Actually, if you do this and this, you save this much space, you do this. So it would have been way better if I had that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now it was just like 4 squares on a piece of paper.
It was basically me.
Do this?
Yeah, me and him trying to figure that out. But the next one's going to be different. It's going to be even better. But I got lucky because my studio, I fucking love it.
No, it's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
There's something walking into your studio, you walk in, you sit like this is. You use this as your office?
Yeah,
or
hang
do you
out here.
Mostly work from home?
I edit everything at home.
Okay.
I work from home. Here, I'll sit with him sometimes, but I go in the front of the lobby, the couches, chill there, like where you found me this morning.
Okay.
I hang out there.
There's something about having your own space which expands your creativity, and you're like, it forces you. Like when you're sitting here, you're like, okay, this is costing me $5 a month.
Yeah,
like,
I better do something.
I need to fucking work because
Yeah,
we have the small studio, and sometimes when I'm not there, I'm like, I need to go back to remind myself that this is like, you need to start working to get a bigger space and to be able to develop and create even more content.
Yeah.
But you have to be soaking in that environment to be able to tell yourself like, okay, let's stop fucking around. We just wasted 6 hours on TikTok. It's time to get back to business.
There was stuff that I didn't notice that like other people made apparent to me. For example, Terry and Ted made it very apparent what we have here when they go, guys, you have a great, like this is amazing. Like you the way you work around here, because we'll just show up. I'll see Phil. We'll think of something. We'll talk. Sometimes we'll film something, or we'll just make a podcast or do whatever we want. And they were telling me this is like Terry and Ted were saying this is how radio used to be in the 70s, where you can actually go in. It's all creative people. You could sit down, think of an idea, and then actually execute it.
Yeah.
There's no levels of hoops I have to jump through. It's not like, can we film this? There's zero bureaucracy. We have all the equipment. We're like, you want to do something? Let's try it. Who gives a shit? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we're going to try it.
Yeah.
So we have something good here. And that's why if it gets even bigger and you have like a couple of podcasts happening simultaneously, then you're meeting in the lobby and you're like, what are you here for? Oh, I'm filming this guy's show. Oh, whatever. What do you want to do this? We'll work on this sketch. All right, let me shoot it with you.
Yeah.
And they come. So I like that idea of building kind of a mecca here for like entertainers and podcasters,
100%
comedians.
like a sort of a community where everybody shares. And also you want to try to not involve bureaucracy as long as possible, in the sense of like, if this grows into a big business, you want to have like an umbrella for people to have as much independence as possible, and you want to work with people that are comfortable and aware of their environment. Like, we have a couple of comic friends that we love what they do, but you would never work with them because you know that they're not reliable.
Exactly.
So no matter how much creativity they can bring to the table, if you can't
the
run a business
execution's
with
going to
them,
be a
the
problem.
execution is going to be garbage, and you know that it's going to affect your way of working.
Exactly. No, I like people who they're creative, obviously, but they need to be willing to execute. So show up on time, do the things that you're supposed to do. You know, not oh shit, was that today? That I hate, because then everyone else is ready, and then you just fucked it up for another 5-6 people.
Yeah.
So now they're getting pissed off. Now they're not going to trust me. They're not. So I don't like that stuff. I like people who are willing and ready to work, and we'll do it here. We've got everything.
100%.
So even Philly's trying to set up a new area for the morning show because we're trying to revamp that.
Okay.
We're just doing whatever the hell, because who's going to stop us?
Well, you're your boss.
Yeah.
You, and money is your boss too. So that's if there's money coming in and you're able to finance your operations at some point, like the only reason why we make money is to reinvest into what we're doing.
And we haven't even gone hardcore yet on advertisers at all. We have the new media kit, all that, and we haven't even gone hard. Once we go
I saw that you started working with the sous-écoute advertisers.
Yeah, I work with they started working with me. They reached out. Laurence, very, very nice. And Mike, I think, is the one who told them, like, bring the French cast under the banner. Because the French cast, you see the Spotify numbers on that. It's
fucking amazing.
It's my biggest podcast.
It's fucking amazing.
The whole network, the biggest podcast is the French cast.
Man, it seems that it took you 10 years to find the love of your life, and the love of your life is going to be, I feel like you have a big career that's waiting for you on the French side. Like
That's what people are saying.
You have the experience, you have the talent, and also there's space to bring new stuff.
Yeah, they're open to my point of view. They're open to something different, and they're in on the gag, which again, that's the thing that you can't buy that. Either people are in on the gag, they get it, you're fucking around, or they're trying to dig deep into every word you say to try to find something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I don't have that on the French scene. On the French scene, they get it. When they're going in, they go like, yeah, we're here to fuck around. It's like when they watch a movie, they know the guy's not an actual murderer, he's playing a role.
That's it.
They get it with comedy.
Yeah.
Which I love. I heard that the journalists, some of them on the French scene are the opposite. They try to fuck you over for whatever you say.
But that's...
but we'll all deal with that if it ever happens to me, and they don't realize who they're dealing with. So that's going to be a fun one. Yeah.
When that happens, we'll see what the fuck happens. But I'm telling you, there's something on the French side that is just going to bring you even more on the English side, because first of all, you're in Quebec, so there is a market. Yeah. It's like if you fucking... if you travel to Florida and then you're only working in French, like there's... The fuck are you doing? Like there's there's a whole market here. So as much as you do on both sides, it will feed.
Yeah, it'll feed. I'm doing both. I'm comfortable in both languages now. My French is getting better. I'm just having fun. It's more opportunities. Yeah. If there's no English show tonight, I'll find a French one.
Yeah, and if there's no French, I'll find an English show.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being bilingual, and that's why fucking everybody should strive to at least learn another language, is because it just opens up more doors.
Oh, it opens up more doors. Yeah, if you don't speak, especially if you're in Montreal and you don't speak French, let's say you only speak English or vice versa, you're missing half. Especially if you don't speak French. Yeah, you're missing a good fucking portion.
If you don't speak French, you're missing on a good portion. Of course, because fucking 80% of what operates in Quebec is in French. Yep. But if you don't speak English, you're also missing out on.
Yeah, that's why it's very good to be bilingual. It helps.
We take it for granted. Like we're trilingual. We take it for granted. We speak 3 languages. It's like it's not even the second thought. A lot of people in Quebec don't speak English.
I know, or French.
Yeah. When I used to work at Just for Laughs, I was the only one on my team that would speak 2 languages.
Really?
The rest of the staff, I used to work in PR, they only spoke English. Only English. And I'm like, where were we born? They're like, born and raised in Montreal. I'm like, how the fuck don't you, like, listen, if you speak French and you have an accent, I understand. Like, it's not your first language. Yeah. Like, you speak fucking 99% of the time you're speaking English, so it's understandable that you have an accent, but you were born and raised in Montreal.
And you don't understand it.
And you don't speak or even understand French?
That's
crazy.
What
the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I've said that too. That's insane.
What the fuck is going on?
Someone failed you.
Someone failed. Let's say you're Spanish and let's say you're in Miami, your parents are Cuban. You're going to speak Spanish, but you're going to speak English because you need to fucking operate in the States.
Yeah.
How the fuck don't you know how to speak French? How the fuck are you even operating?
Yeah.
You're not an old Chinese woman that came here to
Yeah, it came here came here 8 years ago.
You're not
I do
Greek
nails
lady.
now.
Exactly. And even then, they'll do the effort of at
Yeah,
least
they'll
learning
learn
English.
something. Yeah,
They'll learn something.
Even French, they'll learn something. They'll make the effort. I've noticed that the people that you don't expect to make the effort will make the effort, and then the kids take it for granted and don't make the effort.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy for us too, because you and Jacob, same thing. We're doing both languages. We're fucking around.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff
We're
cooking.
fucking around. This is the most important part. You need to fucking never forget that all of this is just fucking around. We could lose everything tomorrow. The only important part is do shit that you find fun, do shit that excite you, that gives you fucking a hard on, and then this will just feed off to other people. Like I met Jacob. We have a good relationship.
Yeah.
We have a good chemistry on stage, off stage together. So people see it. People see that we have fun and we're genuine in what we're saying. We don't try to filter ourselves. We don't try to hurt people. We help whoever we can help. We try to be as funny as possible. And that's it. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to move social movements. Like I'm not here to create social I'm just here to make you laugh. I'm here to make you think sometimes. It's not even make you think. It's here to like, you have a tragic story. We try to laugh about it.
Yeah.
We're laughing about stuff. We need to remind ourselves that you might die tomorrow. So in the end,
Good odds, yeah.
we're just here to make people laugh. Don't take yourself too fucking seriously. And we've been lucky, man. We've said horrendous shit on the podcast, and most of the time, people give us the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And this is what's fucking beautiful: is that people are in on the gag. They're with us. They're not trying to work against us.
Yeah, they get it.
And even we have a faux pas on one of the podcasts. People in the comments will give us shit, and we'll add like, I'm just like as a wink. It's just like a, hey, you said this. That's not factually correct, but like we love
go
you.
fuck
It's
yourself.
bitchy. Go fuck yourself.
Yo, so all your links are in the description. But Emile, are you doing anything in English soon?
English soon. If ever we have any shows coming up, we want to
Shows
work.
for sure, but you got to start doing a podcast in English too.
Yeah, I think the next step is a podcast in English.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that. I think the next step is a podcast in English. I was thinking of starting something solo, maybe.
Spread your wings, bitch.
Spread my wings, bitch, and get the English side going. Yeah, absolutely.
Good, I'm down. We'll talk
Absolutely.
about it. Emile Khoury.
sketches,
Yeah.
more sketches in English also.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that after
we're
this.
gonna talk about it after this, but at Emile Khoury Live everywhere.
Links in the description. Thank you.
We've built this